So, welcome everyone back to Witch Spring 3. This is likely going to be the last video for this. There are all lots of post things that we can do in the game, but most of them are side things, so I don't generally have too much interest in doing super boss things in this particular entry. But, yeah, and we got all the songs unlocked and that. I think it's a nice little touch to let you play the different songs. Yeah, I was kind of surprised with the twist for the end, though. Anyway. So, first things to understand. So, if you remember, I think it was with this one, there was like a decision I made shortly after, so I didn't save over it. I'm pretty sure it was that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that one. So I didn't save over it in case I needed to go back to it. So I looked up things I would have been interested in checking out, but in doing that I also learned about what that decision made. So there are three main paths in the quote-unquote true ending and light path, or they come to the same conclusion, but they have a different way of arriving at that. So what happens on those choices is us trusting basically led us on the light path where we never questioned anything. If you have some doubt, which there was one that was more iffy, that would have led you down a different path where it is a mixture of the dark path. It goes to the dark path, and in that pathway, if that's the choice you chose that led to it, you get another choice that allows you to return to the good path, which becomes the true ending. So she kind of has a dark moment and then realizes that this isn't what's right in that and gets back on foot. Well, the dark ending, you just basically turn evil and kill everyone. So that's basically what that choice is, and that's the main thing that dictates the kind of ending you got. So the only real differences between the true and light ending is, in the true path, you briefly go into the dark ending and then go back into what is considered the light ending. Another difference that happens in that is you get different outfits. So, in the true ending, she gets to keep wearing her normal outfit. The light ending gives me that outfit that's like really too much pure white that I didn't prefer. But outside that, mainly other choices are just dressing and that. So let's go ahead and load back into here. Now I do know a decent amount about what we're going to check out, because I went and read up the different things that are in the post game. So I got an idea of what we're going to be encountering exactly. So there are two puppets. If you go to this, what's it? There's a puppet there, and oh wait. Oh, interesting. So, I looked at a few things, but I didn't save. But apparently, by getting the Desert Fox Cub, it unlocked it, even though I didn't save it. That's interesting. But I'm going to show off getting the Desert Fox Club, which is one of the dolls I missed. The mysterious doll on the bottom, Grandma's Worst Work, is gone by two ways. If you go down the dark route, you end up getting... Basically, if you do the true or the dark route, you get that puppet. Doing the true route, you get that puppet and the one I got at the temple at the same time. Originally, before they updated the mobile version to have this post-game content, you couldn't get the worst made doll in the light path, apparently. But since the post-game content added it where you could get it if you went down the light loop, which is what we're going to actually go look at now. I don't know why I'm gathering that. We're not going to be doing too much here. So, let's see. No, this way. It's been a while since I played. So we get to finally learn what the fuck is up with Grandma. I already know now because I looked into it. So if we go in here, Grandma's gone. Now she's been missing ever since we got out of the spring. Where did she go? Well, if we go here, we find the sealed room key that lets us go downstairs to get the lost doll. But if you go up here, now there's nothing to indicate this, but if you go up here, there's a letter. You can read the letter. Dear, my sweet pumpkin, I knew you would make his plans come true. There was something you should know about me, darling. To tell you the truth, I've been dead for many, many years. But I'm not even sure how to say his name. Vegeto? About Vegeta. Planted my soul in the body of a doll and brought me back to life. So I could raise you. Now, my job is done. I'm returning to where I should have gone years ago. But I have no regrets. I have no children of myself, so I made a doll to call my daughter. And the gods created you by putting your soul in that doll. I couldn't have been happier. I was so happy to be able to love you all these times. I think it's all these times, but okay. You know, there's been a few mistakes. Please be happy with the young man who cares for you very much. I love you, my baby. Love, Grandmother. So yeah, with that, we learn that when they said she was created to fill the springs, she literally was created for the springs. Now, as far as I can tell, I could not find anything about that area above. I actually legit tried to look for anything about it, and I couldn't find anything, so as far as I know, there's nothing up there, which is weird. Very weird. But anyway. But yeah, so Grandma was indeed a doll, as many of us guessed, because she acted so weird compared to literally everyone else in the game. It was so fucking strange. Okay, I'm surprised this doll never ended up doing much. I guess if you went on the dark route, because supposedly your house gets attacked and shit when you go down that route, and you fight that mercenary chick. That's basically where you get the extra choice to go between go back to the light or stick to the dark by killing her. Anyway, I'm gonna go shave because I have absolutely no idea what this fight with this thing is like. And yes, I know we are going to fight this thing. So let's go on down. Then we'll show off the fox cub. The dark marionette chamber. Ooh, very ominous looking room. What? Do you see that, like, line? There's like some object in the far distance. What the hell's up with that? you're a really dark-looking dude. A big, dark doll. You have like a Dark Knight vibe going. Does it move? Oh, I think it said I needed to give it vitality now I think about it. So I guess that gives us the opportunity to go and do the fox cub and get a bunch of vitality. What is up? They left like something in the background now. Oh, that's the map. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I forgot about the mini map though. Oh lord, it was everything's so dark though. I forgot it even existed. Plus, it's also weird considering it doesn't show it in her normal part of her house. So weird. Anyway, so let's go. We need to go. No. Training's done. I believe. That's the flying one, so I'm pretty sure it was this one. We want to go to the deserts where we're aiming to go. And then I might as well. Let's give the little boy some time to shine. Little guy hasn't gotten to be out for quite a while now. Now, when I did do this, you can see there was a new gigantic fucking scorpion out here. And he doesn't even show on the map, oddly enough. But yeah, so if you remember when we went down here, we saw this really sad group of wolves that got massively murdered. Two was enough. Ooh, I might want to repeat that, but yeah. I was like, we ran across this, but I was like, poor wolves, but left. I didn't realize that, if you notice, there's a little one over here. If you go near it, it's already dead. Yeah, you can take it with you. And boom. And if you go back, you can fill it with vitality and give it life. Giving it new purpose. Oh yeah. They got a timer too. Oof. Okay, we gotta find something else to model then. At least they gave a decent amount of vitality. But yeah, there's a lot of new monsters that are added in the post game for challenge, fighting, and side story stuff, so. Oh yeah, that was overkill. See how much damage I do this wiggle. Well, I can do over 1,000 to it. Basically gonna be lucky if it lives. 2 damage. Oh lord, it was so close to dying. So close to dying. That thing's so big, it's blocking one of the fucking fights from being seen. Oh? What did you try to get? Oh yeah, that way was another dragon. I'm not messing with a dragon right now. Want something I'm more guaranteedly know I can kill. And probably doesn't involve the giant scorpion. I'd say I've had some decent luck. Sound in a box with a bunch of games. Ooh. Getting an extra Saturn's probably a good idea nowadays anyway. I did kill the giant serpent in here before. Ain't nuts. I know I killed him one time, so. Oh yeah, I can't. That's why. Oddly enough, that puppet can now. Which was very weird. That's always a good thing when you can flip some of it to pay off what you invested. That's always a good thing too. No match. Oh yeah, the mount counts, I forgot. Well, I guess I could cast magic, but I was just kind of curious to see how much they would do. Now you gotta remember, the angel one builds up damage the longer the fight goes. But he starts off low, where the big guy usually starts off high. It's based on the percentage of what I have. Yeah, magic turned out not being the greatest thing in the world. I mean, considering that's supposed to be one of the better dolls in the game, I would imagine its use really shines when it comes to super bosses, like the actual super bosses. Let's see. Still low. Trying to max out my vitality so I can go to Grandma's worst puppet. Oh, by the way, I always went to Grandma's house to show the whole thing now. So what happens is Grandma leaves you a note. They almost respawned. She leaves you a note, and basically she admits everything that that she's involved with. So she is human, as she said, but she was dead. She was revived by the gods to raise her. Now here's the thing that was a catch, though. When the gods told us that they literally created her, they weren't kidding. That she's a doll that was given the soul of a god, basically. Oh, you know, remember in the ending we got, oh, the townspeople were saying sorry. Aww. Well, that's actually nice. They're all apologizing and everything. Ah, she's proving she's a better person. Isn't she adorable? And see, she restored faith. Remember, anime waifus are the one true religion. I don't know why the screen faded to black though. Not sure why that was necessary. Alright, let's go check if the scorpions came back down now. I need to top off the vitality so I can go fight Grandma's worst. Anyway, so yeah, Grandma was a doll with a human soul, and she was instructed to make her a doll, and she was given a god's soul. So she was literally created to fill the springs. Get back yet? Oh, come on. But yeah, you get a key and she says, you know, she's happy you found someone that loves you and stuff like that, you know. Kind of a traditional parenty type thing. Let's see if we can find somewhere else to go then, if they're gonna take forever. I need other things to stabby stab stab. But yeah, there are a lot of side things to do. Oh, I know something we can actually go do. So, one of the other main things I want to do outside Grandma's, let's see, we need to go to here. So if you remember correctly, there was a forest way to the left of the map. And we saw like some little red fox. So that's a whole side story though about another witch that actually lives on the island that you can basically never, like, you never have to actually interact with her. So she can be completely missed for the whole game. But I forgot to go back here during the game, so we're gonna go back here now. Yeah, we have to go through this camp, which we never found anything on this screen actually. So let's go see if we can meet her. Ooh. Yeah, there she is again. Yeah, she's a witch. I mean, I didn't really think it was an actual fox because of how the model is.
Oh, 親族のオーラが守護動物? バレちゃった。勇士たちには普通の狐にしか見られなかったのにな。
Now here's something interesting. So, as you know, like I said, this was originally a mobile game, but there were obviously some differences and things they upgraded in it. So when I was reading the post-game content, it said that in the mobile version, basically in the mobile version, they overlooked the fact that you could have the potential of never meeting her in the main game. And when you did the post-game, they already knew each other even if you never met her. So this was apparently addressed in ReFine if you never actually directly met her, which we only got to see her, but she crawled away and we never met her again. It actually acknowledges that you didn't get introduced to her and continues that knowledge. So that was something they kind of fixed in ReFine.
ここに住んでる? この森、危ない感じがする。悪く言わないで。
Hello, how you doing? Oh, start that up. But yeah, there's apparently a few of the post things only in ReFine. Like, they added a few things to the game. Not tons of things, but some stuff. Few things. But yeah, and another thing I actually read, the ball actually is apparently bugged in the mobile version. I don't know if it's fixed in ReFine. There isn't a lot of information about ReFine. Like, the wiki page has very... I have not. This is the first and only entry I've played. I really hope they try some other titles, like with ReFine. I hope they do a ReFine version of some of the other titles, because I actually liked it. Let's see. Let me throw my warrior in now. Okay. But yeah, I have not played 1, 2, or 4. This is the first entry I ever played, and if you're not familiar with ReFine, it's on the Switch. I'm playing on a Switch. This isn't the mobile version. The artwork is completely different between ReFine and the mobile version. Oh, and straight into a fight. 500? I mean, that's not too much, but if she has good defense... let's do 3 to be safe. Oh, she actually lived. I mean, not like a terrible hit. Oh, that's actually healing all. There you go. Yeah, I wanted to finish a few things in the post content so I can get to working on a review, but also in that process, I wanted to understand a little bit about the history of the games, because, well, you know, I haven't played the other ones, and considering how the third one ended, it became obvious 1 and 2 had some relevance towards it. So, yeah, 1, 2, and 3 kind of all happen at the same time and have the same overarching villains, but they're, like, involved in different amounts, like where the Pope was seen at the beginning of 3, but he's like, I think it said he was the final boss of the first one, and then the dude who manipulated everyone was the boss of the second one, so we didn't ever, and we didn't even get to meet him. I don't even know what he looks like. But, like, the 2 high figureheads that were behind all the happenings of all 3 games don't even really have a huge appearance in 3, so it's kind of weird for me. Well, not anymore, lady.
なんで攻撃するの？物だけ奪おうとしたんだけど、相手が悪かったみたいだわ。魔女狩りならもう終わった。本当に？うん。だから。
So I take it you're familiar with the series, though. Which is kind of interesting, because everyone, my regular viewers and anyone who's popped in is like, what in the hell is this? Hey, get out of those. Some of those things are mine. Don't touch the key.
そうだな。魔女狩りが終わったならば、武器はもういらないし。じゃあ、魔法材料もいらないし。
Assuming we get 5. Haven't played 1 though? See, I hope they do something similar to this for 1, 2, and 4. I'd say there's probably good odds of 4 getting it, being the newer title, but I don't know what the odds of 1 and 2 getting this. I've looked at some screenshots and stuff for 1 and 2, and if they were to do something like this, they probably would be a lot more work compared to what they did with this. Because, I mean, a lot of the models and stuff are the same. the profile artwork is all. If you played the mobile version, then I'm sure you can tell many of the differences. But the models, as far as I understand, were just mainly all still used basically the same.
これもいらないし。
No jewelry.
ゴールドも外に出ないと意味ないし。奪いたいものなんてないっつうの。だから言った。こんなこともうしなくていいって。
So what you're saying? I have to actually survive?
怖いんでしょ。何がなのよ。
But yeah, I would imagine this would be very weird if you played it and it just like, oh hey, and you're like, who the fuck are you? I never met you. So that's nice they addressed it then, the ReFine. Oh. Okay. Well, I haven't looked into 4. I only looked into 1 and 2. The only thing I know about 4 is it does take place after the storyline of 1 through 3 because the witch hunts are over in it. And that's really all I know about it. Because obviously I don't want to spoil it. The only reason I looked into 1 and 2 is because it became clear, obviously, that all 3 storylines are entwined because they're happening near each other to some capacity, so... But I was not aware of that. So that's nice. That's nice to know. I really do hope they do some more refined versions. I would like to see 1 and 2 get a version. I just feel like, sadly, they would likely need more work, so I don't know if they would really go to do that.
外に出ること。あなたは私と似てる。
The irony.
だからわかるんだ。何言ってんのよ。
So if you played the mobile version of 3, I must ask, what do you think of the artwork? I'm looking at the 2, they're definitely different styles. But I kind of have to say I like ReFine's art style more than the original art style in the mobile version. But, you know, obviously that could just be because my first exposure to the game was that, so... But... And what's actually nice about the Switch version, for ReFine, the first prints get these very nice slipcovers, and they come with an art book. Very nice. Also has a soundtrack with it too. It's very nice. Very, very nice. Maybe a little pricey, but... So you even though you played the mobile version, you like it? You like the ReFine version? Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more nicer detail to it.
性格や何やら全部違うんですけど。
Completely different.
私もずっと霧の森にこもっていた。
Well, I mean, technically I still do live in the Misty Forest.
勇士のことが怖かった。外に出ることなんてできなかったよ。だけど、ある日友達が訪ねてきて、私を救ってくれたの。
And something also, like, a lot of those big full anime artworks, like, a lot of those are vastly less like the ending picture. Like, I don't know, have you played ReFine or seen a lot of it? I can show you the pictures if you want to see them. It lets me look at them.
何にも知らないくせに。ここはお父さんが私を守るために作ってくれた森なの。私はお父さんと一緒にここで永遠に暮らすんだから。
So she considers the forest her dad.
お父さんはどこ？亡くなった。すべての魔力をこの森に呪いをかけることに使って。
Cursed it? That don't sound very good. So you only seen some clips. But here, I'll show you the artwork after we're done here.
この植物が私の声に反応する理由もそれよ。お父さんの願い叶ったね。あなたが無事でいられたから。これからは幸せに暮らすことを願うと思うの。
Well, technically, you don't actually know that.
外にも出て。
I mean, he's dead, so how would you know?
あんたがお父さんの気持ちなんてわかるわけないでしょ。
Hey, I kind of need out of this. Hello? Oh. Now, last time, that's the way she ran when we first saw her. Oh, wait, I don't need to do that. Yeah, I'm just doing a few post things that I was interested in. Looks like nothing else we can do, though. Okay, can I bring up art out here? No. It just does map, so I have to go to the house. We'll go back to the house and we'll walk back out here and see if we can trigger another scene with her. Because to my understanding, you're supposed to get a scene where you can offer to let her live with you. So, obviously there was more. Plus, my thing's filled up, so I should be able to go activate the war stall. So, oh, I made a thumbnail with that one too. But yeah, comparing, especially the ending one, like I said, that one. If you compare that one to the ending one in the mobile version, it is so wackily different. Like, almost the entire background doesn't even exist in it. Like, the same kind of mood exists, but it is just completely different. At the same time. Like, it's... Like, the background's, like, super, like, faded white or something like that. I'd have to look it up again, but... yeah, it's a real shame they don't name drop who the fuck did the artwork for ReFine. And that's likely linked to the weird drama I learned about when I first started this. I was like, I love the artwork. I need to know who made it so I can see if there's any other games they worked on. And sadly, that led to me to the rabbit hole of the weird drama that happened with the artwork of the third game on the mobile version. And I'm assuming because of that, when you go to the credits in this, it just says, like, original artist or something. It does not say a name, so it's kind of a shame, because I really hope whoever made the artwork for this, like, does more work, because I really like it. And then there's also, what's he? Then this picture. Didn't get them all. My understanding, you can't actually fill all of these in either. But different ones have to do with different storylines and stuff. Rabbit hole. Do you know about that artwork drama? Yeah, I was kind of like, wow, that's really weird stuff to come across. That was like, wasn't exactly what I was expecting to find when I wanted to look into this. Oh, also, if you're curious, this is the light path. I did not end up going into what's considered the true path. Even though the two have the exact same ending, it's just, you know, you dabble in the dark and then go back to the light. No, but I'm also in a rabbit hole. Oh, I get what you mean. I think. Oh yeah, and yeah, see, there's the little fox cub that I didn't get to. Poor thing. I'd give it some life, but I think I need everything to probably bring this thing to life. And we'll see if we can kill it. Yeah, Dunderhead. I thought that black line there was something left in the background. I forgot about the mini-map. I'm like, what's that floating over there? So wouldn't this be like... Like, it's just a giant hole down here. Like, what's the foundation of the house even on? Magic. Well, I guess that's a fair point. I'm assuming it's gonna attack me. Yeah. Okay, get heal out. And we'll just do a regular hit to pretty decent hit. 16 damage. So unless he builds up like the other one, he's not gonna be a threat at all. Oh boy, he's royally screwed. Whip. What a violent doll. So... Yep, I got it now. Grandma's worst walk. Its tremendous destruction power. It consumes its master's MP every time it attacks, and even HP once the master runs out of MP. Its attack is proportional to the master's strength and magic, as well as the amount of master's HP and MP consumed. Victrix's course will also slow the target down, and the enemy will lose additional HP every attack regardless of their defense. So, kind of a weird glass cannon choice. Now apparently, if you get him during the true ending path, I think it said, you can upgrade him to a even stronger version of himself. I don't remember if it said you can get it on the light path in new game, not in new game, but in post game. Because like I said, apparently before they added the post game in the mobile version, you couldn't get him at all if you went on the light path. And that didn't even consume all the vitality, so let's go ahead and bring the little poor fox to life, because the thing is so adorable. But it apparently just gives you luck. It doesn't do anything in combat or anything, it just gives you lots and lots of luck. And there you go. That's all the dolls in the game. Except for whatever the shadow one can transform into, but close enough. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised I missed the little cub. Like, so really easy to overlook, because it would have just been like, well, I would have never really thought about just walking over each of the dead fox corpses. They made it the farthest one away, so it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. Anyway, let's go back to the fox. Now, I do want to note, when I was looking through the different post things you can do in the game, you can get a house in the village, and when you get the option to let her live with you, you can let her either live at the house or at your house. So, but I'm gonna let her live at my house if I can. I feel like I could use some company. Anyway, yeah, this way. What am I doing? Going forward. Now, there are some side storylines where we can learn more about, what was the egghead guy's name? I'm still kind of surprised he turned out to fucking be evil in the end. Like, I mean, he wasn't the kind of evil that the other people were, but I mean, he still kind of was selfishly wanted to sacrifice us.
何度も言わせないで。私 この森からは出ない。何してたの？ここで。食料を探してた。リリア、元気ないみたい。この森には実が取れる木はないの。でもたまに死んだ獣がいたりするから。魔女狩りの頃が良かったかもね。あの時は勇士たちから食料を奪うことができたから。
So you're having trouble surviving.
誤解しないでくれる？ここから出たいってわけじゃ。
Yeah. I like that. That was a weird twist out of nowhere. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, I have the wheel thing the dragons want. I'm using them to puppeteer you, so I can throw you in the spring. And then he just gets killed off screen by the dragons, and it's like, what? It's like, it's probably the only thing that's kind of a letdown. You don't really fight any wheel villain. You can save? Did you know that? Like, I can save him? Oh, no. I did not know that. I didn't read anything about that. How in the world can you do that? So wait, you mean he's not dead then? You mean he's alive? Oh, I didn't even know that. I just assumed he died. So I'm assuming I need to go to the dragons then. Well, shit. Ew, she's starving to death.
助けて。この前は結構落ち込んでた。
Huh. That I did not know. I didn't see anything about that.
私のこと守ってくれたパディが倒れちゃって。
I might have to take a look at that real quick.
お父さんの魔力が込められた大きな木のことよ。お父さんが亡くなってからはパディがお父さんの代わりだった。
So whole guardian's dead.
もう森に守られてないってことは自覚してた。お腹も空いたし。
But yeah, it's just weird that he got killed off screen though. You didn't even give the show, like, even show him being killed.
だけど本当に小さい頃に村を離れたから友達のこととかも思い出せないし、それに住むところもないし、ここを出たって今と同じ生活すると思うよ。じゃあうち来る？かわいい人形もあるよ。人形って子供かっつーの？あれでしょ？あんたの戦闘兵器。でもかわいいから。
かわいい。
かわいい兵器ってめっちゃ怖くない？それ。
Well, sometimes cute can be kind of creepy.
でも私住むところもないし友達もいないししょうがないか。ここにいてやるよっと。
No. So she gets to live with us. Too bad she can't, like, join as a party member.
人形は見てくれなくてもいいって。暗すぎる。私の好みには合わないみたいよ。
Creepy, it's not my
もっと
thing.
大きいのもあるけど見たい？大丈夫だって。それよりさ、ここ私の部屋じゃないよね。
Yes, you get to sleep with my dolls.
でも文句は言わないわ。だって自分の立場ぐらい分かってるもん。
But I guess I get free food, so I can't complain.
人形とは仲良くなれるように頑張ってみる。あの子また動いた。あ、それとこれも。
Oh, she gave us a staff.
家賃ってことで新しい杖作ったの。勇士との戦闘で使いたくて作ったんだけどね。
Like, how many people do they brutally
誤
mortal?
解しないで。もう必要ないからあげるとかじゃないから。ありがとう。
See, if she was like an extra party member or something, that'd be cool. It's such a shame several fights, like, you know, you get party members like them, but they're only for special story scenes. This definitely isn't my thing. See if she does anything else, maybe. It's like, that's all she does is just stands there and says, definitely not my thing for the rest of her life. That'd be a bit of a shame then. Oh well. What could you do? So, did you do like all the post content when you did this? Oh, she does move. I gotta admit they do look kinda cute. Ah. So she doesn't hate their guts. That's good. So is it worth actually like reviving him or whatever you do to save him? Yeah, you did everything. Like, is it really like noteworthy to like go save him? Because when I was originally, and I mean everything. Ooh. Yeah, I would imagine at this point there's a lot of super bosses I could do, but I'm not really interested in that. I wanted to, because after I finished the story, like I said, I looked up through the post game to see anything I was interested in. And I was interested about the dolls. The dolls I didn't have, about Grandma. I definitely wanted to know, but like this whole playthrough, I was just like, Grandma is really fucking weird. Like, even the generic, horrible-looking townspeople have breathing animations, and she just sits there, motionless. Well, do you know what the quest is called? I'm assuming I have to go to the dragons to do it or something. Wait, look here. I didn't realize there was... I didn't realize there... Because on the wiki page, and the wiki page is basically the only thing you really have. Ooh, excuse me. The only thing you really have to use for any like any information for this. Oh. Is there something you specifically have to do it? Really? Because when I read about the endings, the wiki page says, like, the good and true endings, only differences are that you go a little into the dark ending, and then you go back, basically back to the light ending, and then everything else plays out the same. So does it have to do with that choice in, like, what was it, chapter 3? So, like, what, is it just cause the ending to be, like... I'm not sure I'm understanding, is this a quest that you get to choose, or... Yeah? Like, why... So why can't I do it? Out of curiosity, I'm trying to understand why I'm not able to do it. Let's see. Yeah, nothing that it lists on the wiki page sounds like anything that indicates that. So why is it too late for me then? Sure. Because I'm looking at the wiki page and I can't find anything about it specifically. Because I swore I looked at most of the information. Oh, a YouTube video. But how do you know it's too late for me to be able to do it, though? Can't see this like that. Let me look up. I guess I actually read his wiki page. I don't remember it saying anything about, like, bringing him to life or something. Let's see. Ah, here. I got a wiki page that come up. I looked up his name and post game and I got a link to it. Here is the fate divulges. If the Judith side story was completed, Judith interrupts them before she can be slay them and takes. His story continues in the post game. If it was not, then is slain and he does not appear in the post game. Okay, so that's why it's too late. That was the check in the that was the check in the dock company. So I'm assuming it says side story specifically. I only did the main story thing with her. I never even went back though after we went in there through the main story. So yeah, I wasn't aware of that. Interesting. Thank you for sharing that, at least. At least I was able to actually note that in my video here. I honestly didn't know that. Because when I looked up the ending stuff, like, none of them even mentioned anything about that. I feel like that's a very important thing to mention about the ending. Because when I looked up about the endings, the dark, light, and true endings, it's like, oh, the true and light ending are basically the same thing. The only difference is you go a little in the dark and then back to the light in the true path. And that's like it. Tee-hee. So, that's interesting to note, that you can actually get him to not die. Which makes me wonder what kind of, let's see. She forgives him and still chooses to stay in the secret basement to atone for his actions. So, apparently, he punishes himself if he survives into the post-game. Interesting. I'll have to check out the video, actually watch the video itself for myself. But yeah, that's a bit of a shame you get to miss that. But, yeah, sometimes that's the thing. Alright, so we got to see Grandma's little ending thing, got the 2 extra dolls. So, I'd say, like I said, I looked at the other stuff. There wasn't too much, really, anything else too crazy. I haven't watched it. All I know is, like, she basically, like, consumes everyone's souls or some shit. But I haven't watched them. So, I might go check them out now. Because I doubt I'm going to replay the game for any of them. Though I do have the save. If I ever want to. That save is before that choice that actually does that. I never saved over it. Because when it said that... What was it said? Like, this is a porn choice or something? And I'm like, okay, I'm not saving over that last save I did. But... yeah, I don't really think there's anything else I want to worry about doing, really. So, I think that's where we'll leave it for which Spring 3 we find. There is a lot of other side stuff, and like I said, there's apparently new stuff that's only in ReFine, and it's not even in the mobile version, so there's likely stuff that ain't even on the wiki page, because as far as I can tell, the wiki page is almost like 99.9% completely based on the mobile version with almost nothing directly from ReFine. So the information there, while still usable, has like some 4 times and 6 times. Holy crap. I got way too many video games to usually replay anything. Like, if you've never seen anything like this room I'm in is filled with nothing but fucking video games. I got over 3,000 video games, so as much as there's some games I really like in that, I don't usually commit a lot of time to replaying titles too often. This isn't the perfect game, but it definitely was interesting, though. There was something very charming about how the characters and ideas with the combat, but they're definitely, like, for me, there were definitely things that were kind of wacky about the difficulty spikes. Sometimes it'd be super easy. Ooh, excuse me. Sometimes it'd be super easy, and other times it'd go really high sky ceiling, and then go back to super easy. Got all over the place. But I found the characters and everything really charming. So that's something I hope really carries on into the other games, so. But anyway,